दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. We have discussed oxidation, reduction, oxidizing agent, reducing agent, oxidation number and redox process. We were discussing how to balance a redox reaction by ion electron method. Those reactions in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously are called as redox process. Oxidation is a process in which loss of electron take place, and reduction is a process in which addition of electron take place. So when an electron is lost, a positive charge increases, and when electron is added, a positive charge is decreased. Hence there is an increase of charge, decrease of charge, loss of electron, gain of electron takes place in oxidation and reduction. So in oxidation is brought by oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent is one which brings out oxidation, gets reduced during the process. Hence during oxidation reduction takes place. Reduction is a process which involves the addition of electron. Reducing agent is one which brings out reduction and gets oxidized. So this oxygen, the electron which is added during reduction, is lost by the reducing agent. Hence by balancing the charges, by balancing the electrons, it is better way the redox reactions can be balanced. So we have taken the rules for balancing ion electron method. Ascertain the reduced state and oxidized state of the substances. Write the oxidation reaction and reduction reaction in ionic form. Balance the atoms of oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction other than oxygen and hydrogen. Then balance the oxygen atoms by adding water molecules. By that then oxygen is balanced but hydrogen increases. So balance the hydrogen atoms by adding hydrogen ions. Now hydrogen atom is balanced but charge is increased. So balance the charges by adding electrons. So we get the equation for oxidation reaction. We got the equation for reduction reaction or oxidation half reaction, reduction half reaction. Now substances when react, they react in their equivalences. Hence the number of electrons lost during oxidation will be equal to number of electrons gained during reduction. Hence we have to balance the electrons of oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction. So we multiply by small integers to cancel out the oxidation half reaction electrons with the electrons of reduction half reaction, and add the oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction to get the balanced equation in ionic form. So this type of balancing is called as ion electron method of balancing redox reactions. We have done certain reactions last class, and now we will be taking up so very good useful reagents that we will come across in our +2 syllabus is potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated nitric acid, halogens, and the thiosulfate. These are the reagents which generally we will be coming across according to our syllabus, both for our +2 course and our entrance examination, and typical reactions are there, we will be discussing last. So this method which I have told you, it is applicable to acidic medium and neutral medium, and for the alkaline medium we will add OH minus, and that after finishing the this acidic medium, neutral medium, we will separately discuss the balancing ion electron method in alkaline medium. So let's come to the reaction. Potassium permanganate KMnO4 plus dilute sulfuric acid plus ferrous sulfate. Now in this reaction, this potassium permanganate is our oxidizing agent, and it oxidizes the ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate. So this ferrous sulfate will act as a reducing agent. So we will get then what will happen? Potassium permanganate will form KMnO4 will form K2SO4, MnSO4, water and 5O. That 5O will react with the ferrous sulfate to form ferric sulfate. So ultimate product will be our, for potassium permanganate we will have KMnO4, for potassium permanganate we will have K2SO4, MnSO4, water and 5O, and that O will react with ferrous sulfate to form ferric sulfate. So this is the reaction happens for potassium permanganate. 2 KMnO4 plus 3 sulfuric acid. This balanced form I am writing is for it K2SO4 plus 2 MnSO4 plus 5 water three water plus 5. So this is the 3 water plus 5. So this O will oxidize whom? Will oxidize ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate in acidic medium. So this will form ferric sulfate and water. So the reaction for potassium permanganate is becoming what? MnSO4, and ferrous sulfate is becoming what? Ferric sulfate. So our oxidation reaction for KMnO4 will be forming what? MnSO4. This is our, we ascertain the oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction. FeSO4 is becoming Fe2SO4 thrice. This is secret. So we will represent this in ionic form and represent this in ionic form, then apply the rules to carry out the reactions. So what will be the reaction of this MnO4 minus will become Mn plus 2. This is what first equation. We will balance it by ion electron method, and Fe plus 2 is becoming Fe plus 3. So Fe plus 3. So we are using ferric sulfate. So 2Fe plus 3 and 2Fe plus 2. So this is forming second equation. We will balance this. So these are the two. So ascertain the oxidized state and reduced state of the substances in ionic form. So here ferric Fe2SO4 ferrous sulfate is forming Fe2SO4 thrice. So now we will apply we will first balance this MnO4 minus. So MnO4 minus is forming Mn plus 2. So balance the oxygen atoms by adding water molecules. We'll add 4 water molecules to balance the 4 oxygen atoms. Balance the hydrogen atoms by adding hydrogen ions, 8H plus. Then this side 7 positive, this side 2 positive. So we'll add balance the charges by adding electrons. It is balanced. Then the Fe plus 2 is becoming what? Fe plus 3. Ferrous sulfate is becoming ferric sulfate. So there is no oxygen, so only we'll balance the charges by adding electrons. So here is 1 electron, here are 5 electrons. So we'll simply multiply this by 5. So we'll get the equation as 2Mn MnO4 minus 8H plus 5E, and we'll have Mn plus 2 plus 4 water. So 5 equations. So MnO4 minus will have plus 8H plus 5 Fe plus 2 will become Mn plus 2 plus 4 water plus 5 Fe plus 3. This is the balanced form. So there is nothing difficulty in balancing by ion electron method. Only we have to get first what is the equation for oxidizing agent, what is the equation for reducing agent, and balance that, put them in ionic form, then balance it. So now let us take another equation using this potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate plus concentrated HCl. This is the equation we will be balancing this now. So we got the standard reaction of potassium permanganate in ionic form is what? MnO4 minus. This is our standard equation we will be using. MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5E will form Mn plus 2 plus 4 water. This is an equation for potassium permanganate. We will be using this equation. So now HCl is the potassium permanganate will give O. Potassium permanganate forms K2O, 2MnO, 5O. So this, if you write the equation for this, what happening? KMnO4 is forming what? K2O plus 2MnO plus 5O, so 2KMnO4. Now K2O will react with 2HCl to form 2KCl plus water, and 2MnO plus 4HCl will form 2MnCl2 plus 2 water. So this is the equation for potassium permanganate. So 2KMnO4 plus we have here 4HCl, 2HCl, 2K2O plus 2HCl, 2KCl, MnO plus 2HCl, so 2MnO, 4HCl, 2MnCl2, so we'll have 4HCl and 2HCl, 6HCl will form 2KCl plus 2MnCl2 plus 2 water plus water, 3 water plus 5. This is the equation. So now this O, this is 2HCl plus O will form H2O plus Cl2. How many O are there? 5O. So we multiply this by 5 and add. So this is the equation for potassium permanganate. So MnO4 is forming Mn plus 2 and HCl is Cl minus is forming Cl2. HCl is forming Cl2, chlorine. HCl is oxidized to chlorine. So this is the equation for hydrochloric acid and this is the equation for this. So we'll get MnO4 minus is forming Mn plus 2. This is the equation for potassium permanganate, and Cl minus HCl Cl minus is forming Cl2, chlorine gas. So this is the equation for HCl. We'll balance this. So this is oxidation this is the reaction for oxidizing agent, half reaction. This is the equation, half reaction for reducing agent. We will balance this ionic form, we will balance this ionic form, then cancel out the electron of both the reactions. So for this first reaction, we have MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5E forms Mn plus 2 plus 4 water. Mn plus 2 plus 4 water. And now, okay, it is Cl minus is forming Cl2. So balance the atoms, 2 Cl minus forming Cl2. How many charges left side? 2 charges. So we'll add 2 electrons this side. So now in the oxidizing agent, the electrons involved 5, and in the reducing agent, the electrons involved 2. So we have to multiply this by 5 and this by 2 and add the equation. So we multiply this equation by 2 and this equation by 5 to cancel out the electrons. The number of electrons involved for oxidizing agent will be equal to the number of electrons involved for reducing agent, because substances when react by their equivalences. So this electron and this electron cancels out. We will get 2 MnO4 minus plus 8H plus into 2, 16H plus, then 10 Cl minus will give us 2 Mn plus 2 plus 8 water plus 5 Cl2. So this is the equation, balanced equation for potassium permanganate with HCl. So potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent, HCl. So children, here I want to mention you, we in all the reactions for sulfur dioxide, ferrous sulfate, we are using acidified potassium permanganate. So when we use the acidified potassium permanganate, we acidified with dilute HCl, dilute sulfuric acid, but we never acidify with HCl. The reason because potassium permanganate is oxidizing HCl to Cl2. So two reactions will take place. Potassium permanganate will carry out its reaction, also oxidize HCl. So that is the reason, since potassium permanganate oxidizes HCl to Cl2, hence it is never acidified by HCl. Then question comes, why sulfuric acid? Because in sulfuric acid, the oxidation number of sulfur is +6. If you have found out oxidation number of sulfur is +6. So sulfur is placed in the 6th group of the periodic table. So the group number indicates the highest oxidation state an element can exhibit. Hence potassium permanganate will not react with the dilute sulfuric acid, will not oxidize dilute sulfuric acid. Only it will create an acidic medium, H plus ion, required for the reaction. For the reaction, potassium permanganate requires what? H plus ion. This H plus ion comes from where? From the acid. So only it will subscribe the H plus ion, but will not undergo any oxidation reaction. Hence it is always safe whenever we are treating acidified potassium permanganate, we always use dilute sulfuric acid. With sulfur dioxide potassium permanganate, we have used sulfuric acid. With H2S dilute potassium permanganate, dilute sulfuric acid. Ferrous sulfate, we have used sulfuric acid. Hydrogen peroxide, we have used sulfuric acid. Oxalic acid, we have used sulfuric acid. Everywhere we have used the oxalic acid, sulfuric acid for carrying out the reaction. Another important reaction balancing, that is potassium permanganate with dilute sulfuric acid and potassium iodide. So I am taking a potassium permanganate plus dilute sulfuric acid plus potassium iodide. So it will oxidize potassium iodide to iodine. It will oxidize. So MnO4, it is the KMnO4 will form MnSO4 and Ki will form iodine. Ki will form iodine. Hence, we will be, so Ki potassium iodide is becoming iodine. That is the equation for this. So its ionic form is what? MnO4 minus is forming Mn plus 2 and iodide is forming iodine. Just like chloride is forming chlorine, iodide is forming iodine. So this is the ascertain the oxidized state and reduced state of the substances in their ionic form. This is the half reaction for oxidizing agent. This is the half reaction for reducing agent. We will balance the half reaction of oxidizing agent and we will balance the half reaction of reducing agent. Then we will cancel out the electrons to balance get the total balanced equation. So let's start. Then do this. MnO4 minus, the standard equation I am using is 8H plus 5E forms Mn plus 2 plus 4 water. And iodide I minus is forming I2, iodine. So two iodine atoms are here. Balance the atoms, we multiply by 2. Now balance the charges, here 2 negative charges, so we'll add 2 electrons here. 2 electrons. So now in the first equation we have 5 electrons, second equation we have 2 electrons, so we multiply this equation by 5 and multiply this equation by 2. Cancel out the electrons and add. So we'll cancel out the electrons how? By adding, multiply 2, so it will become 10. We multiply by 5, this will become 10. So we'll get the equation for 2 MnO4 minus 16H plus 10 I minus iodide minus will give us 2 Mn plus 2 plus 8 water plus 5 I2. So this is the equation. All the equations were balanced involving potassium permanganate. So there's a potassium permanganate reactions we will be using very often in many chapters in our many reactions of sulfur oxygen family, halogen family. When we will be reading them, we will be using these potassium permanganate reactions. Once a student is equipped with the concept of balancing chemical equation, he will be very free in inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry. That is real chemistry. Rest things are the physics of the chemistry. What physical chemistry is a physics of the chemistry. But the real chemistry is this, inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry. One student should be very much equipped how to write the chemical formula and how to balance the chemical equation. These are the two places where the students generally go backstep and get confused and say that I am to remember. Children, about 30 classes I have taken. In all these 30 classes, I have never told you anywhere to remember. Wherever there is to do something, I have given you a way how to do it. So always you think how to do it, because every problem has its own solution. But if you are afraid of the problem, then you will never find a solution. The moment you think of this I can solve it, and the moment you think, the mind is a wonderful object the God has given to human being. it gets adjusted itself in order to annul the effect due to the change. Now let's take the other reagent, potassium dichromate, and go for these reducing agents and carry out the reaction. So let's take an equation, potassium dichromate K2 Cr2 O7 plus dilute sulfuric acid and sulfur dioxide. So here potassium dichromate is the oxidizing agent and sulfur dioxide is the reducing agent. For this we will write the half reaction, for this we will write the half reaction, balance them and then add them. So let me write first the partial equation, only to recapitulate your concept of how the potassium dichromate reacting. Let me write the partial equation method, balance it, then I will come to ionic electron method, so you will feel free to do it by ionic form. So potassium dichromate K2 Cr2 O7, as I have told you earlier, here the three elements potassium, chromium, oxygen. Potassium chromium will form potassium oxide, chromium oxygen will form Cr2O3, and rest O's will come this balanced atomic equation of potassium dichromate. Now potassium oxide is basic, Cr2O3 is basic, so potassium oxide will react with sulfuric acid to form K2SO4 plus S water. Then Cr2O3 chromic oxide will react with sulfuric acid, because that is a basic oxide, will react with acid to form Cr2SO4 thrice plus water. So we have 3 sulfate, so we multiply this by 3, and 6 hydrogen, so we multiply this by 3. So this is the reaction of acidified potassium dichromate. So we get the equation K2 Cr2 O7, 3 sulfuric acid plus sulfuric acid, we have 4 sulfuric acid, and we will cancel the equals. We get here potassium sulfate plus Cr2 SO4 thrice plus 4 water plus 3O. So this is the acidified potassium dichromate as an oxidizing agent. It gives us what? O. So this O will now react with sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide plus O plus water, this forms sulfuric acid. And since we have 3 oxygen here, we multiply this by 3 and add to get the reaction. So this is we got the equation. So what is happening actually? So now for the oxidizing agent, potassium dichromate is becoming chromic sulfate, and sulfur dioxide is becoming sulfuric acid. So rule says, write down the equation for oxidizing agent, ascertain the oxidized and reduced state of the substances. So what is happening here? Potassium dichromate is becoming what? Cr2 SO4 thrice. Cr2SO4 thrice. Potassium dichromate is becoming Cr2SO4 thrice, and this is one equation. Then sulfur dioxide is becoming sulfuric acid. This two equation. We will get its ionic form, and we will write the oxidizing reagent reaction in ionic form and the reducing agent in the ionic form, and then we will balance them. So potassium dichromate is the dichromate ion Cr2O7 minus 2 is forming Cr plus 3. Cr plus 3. This is the equation for potassium dichromate. and the sulfur dioxide is becoming sulfate. These equations. So we'll balance it in by ion electron method. We'll balance this by ion electron method. Then this electrons, these electrons we will cancel out. So let's come to potassium dichromate. If we come to here, potassium Cr2O7 minus 2 is forming what? Cr plus 3. What the rule says? Balance the atoms. Left side we have 1 chromium atom, 2 chromium atom. Right side have 1 chromium atom. So we multiply this by 2. Then balance the oxygen atoms by adding water molecules on the other side. So Cr2O7 minus 2 will get 2 Cr plus 3 plus 7 water. 7 water. Balance the oxygen atoms by adding water molecules. Then balance the hydrogen atoms by adding hydrogen ions on the other side. So how many hydrogen atoms here? 14. So Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14 H plus will give us 2 Cr plus 3 plus 7 water. 7 water. Third step we got. Then balance the charges. Balance the charges. How many charges left side? 14H plus minus 2. 12 positive. Left side you have 12 positive. Right side you have 6 positive. 2 Cr plus 3. Plus 3 into 2, 6. So you have positive charge 6. Right side. Positive charge 12 in left side. So we have to add 6 electrons this side to balance the charges. So we get Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14 H plus 6 E gives us 2 Cr plus 3 plus 7 watt. So this is a standard equation for potassium dichromate. Wherever we are using potassium dichromate as oxidizing agent, our standard reaction will be Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14H plus 6E 2 Cr plus 3 plus 7 water. So what it tells us, what this equation tells us? This equation tells us two things. Potassium dichromate is a very good oxidizing agent in acidic medium. Just like the Bharat, the boy who wants to get married, he goes, he is the prime. But people are going in the Bharat. So the Bharat is your this. So the marriage will, the real person getting married is the person. And but the Bharat is important also equally. So exactly same thing happens here. This is the will carry out the oxidation reaction, but it will carry out the oxidation reaction in acidic medium. This is number one. Number two, 6 electrons. 6 electrons. So what it tells us? It is during the oxidation property of potassium dichromate exhibiting, it is involving 6 electrons. So its equivalent mass will be molecular mass by 6. Just like in case of potassium permanganate, I taught you MnO4 minus 8H plus 5E is Mn plus 2 for water, the 5 electrons. So equivalent mass of potassium permanganate is molecular mass by 5. Here equivalent mass of potassium dichromate is molecular mass by 6. Why? Now equivalent mass of an oxidizing agent or the reducing agent is the molecular mass by the number of electrons involved in its ionic equation. So these are the two things this reaction tells us. So the standard reaction for potassium dichromate is Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14H plus 6E and will give us 2Cr plus 3 and 7 water. I have done it. So we will not be, I will not be doing often this. So here I am writing the standard equation for potassium dichromate, Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14H plus 6E gives me 2Cr plus 3 plus 7 watt. This is the equation I will be using almost all the reactions involving potassium dichromate, so that you will save a lot of time in solving our equations. Now there comes what? We will get the equation for whom? Sulfur dioxide is forming sulfate. Sulfur dioxide is forming sulfate. Okay, so how many oxygen left side? 2 oxygen. How many oxygen right side? 4 oxygen. So balance the oxygen atoms by adding water molecules. So we'll balance the oxygen atoms by adding water molecules. So we'll have sulfur dioxide and this will form sulfate minus 2. How many oxygens are here? 2 oxygen. How many oxygen? 4. So we'll balance the water molecules to balance the oxygen atoms. Sulfur dioxide. So this side will add 2 water molecules. 2 water molecules. Balance the hydrogen atoms by adding hydrogen ions on the other side. So we'll have SO2 plus 2 water will give us sulfate minus 2 plus 4H plus. 4H plus. This side had 4 hydrogen atoms, so we'll add 4H plus. Then third step, balance the charges by adding electrons. If you have the left side, there is no charge. Right side, there is minus 2 4H plus. So the total charge is positive 2. 2 charges, 2 positive charges extra. So we'll have to add 2 electrons. So the next step is your water. Sulfur dioxide plus 2 water gives us sulfate minus 2 plus 4H plus 2 electrons. So this is the standard equation for sulfur dioxide to sulfuric acid. So now what this equation tells us? This equation tells us how many electrons are involved? 2 electrons. So the molecular mass, the equivalent mass of sulfur dioxide, equivalent mass of sulfur dioxide is the molecular mass by 2 electrons. Equivalent mass of sulfur dioxide is molecular mass by 2 electrons, or equivalent mass of sulfuric acid is also molecular mass by 2 electrons. 2 things tells us for sulfuric acid, because this, if you just reverse the reaction, sulfate becoming sulfur dioxide. Hence the molecular mass by 2 electrons will be equivalent mass of sulfur dioxide, will be equivalent mass of sulfuric acid. Now we'll balance the 2 equations. We got the 2 half reactions. One half reaction we got Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14H plus 6E gives us 2Cr plus 3 plus 7 water. This is the half reaction for oxidizing agent, and half reaction for reducing agent is sulfur dioxide plus 2 water forming as sulfate minus 2 plus 4H plus 2 electrons. So in the first equation we have 6 electrons. In the second equation we have 2 electrons. So we have to cancel out the electrons. So to cancel out the electrons, we have to multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. So we get Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14H plus. We have 14H plus. And this side 4H plus into 3, 12H plus. So you will have here 2H plus. Here 14H plus left side, right side 4H plus into 3, 2H plus. So 2H plus here. Then sulfur dioxide. So how many water this side? This side you have 2 water into 3, 6 water, and right side we have 1 water. So we'll have 1 water here and sulfur dioxide to chromium is becoming 2Cr plus 3, and sulfate is 3 sulfate plus water. Here we have 6 water, and here 7 water. So what is happening here? Dichromate ion is becoming Cr plus 3 ion, and sulfur dioxide is becoming sulfate. This is the balanced equation for potassium dichromate with sulfur dioxide. Potassium dichromate oxidizes. So what is happening here? The oxidation number of chromium is plus 6 in potassium dichromate, is becoming what? Cr plus 3. And oxidation number of sulfur dioxide, sulfur, is plus 4, and in sulfate it is minus 6. In sulfate it is minus 6, plus 6. In sulfate it is plus 6, and so plus 4 to plus 6 oxidation, plus 6 to plus 3 reduction. So there is a oxidation reduction taking place. Oxidation number is here decreasing. So sulfur dioxide is reducing potassium dichromate from dichromate state to chromic state, and the sulfur dioxide, while reducing, gets oxidized to sulfate. So this is the equation for, so this is a very vital reaction for us. All reactions, now we will be balancing few reactions for potassium dichromate. Our standard equation will be potassium Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14H plus 6E forms 2Cr plus 3 plus 7 water. So this is a standard equation. And for potassium permanganate, MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5E is equal to Mn plus 2 plus 2 water, 4 water. So this is the two standard equations. If by practice you can capture it, and wherever there is a reaction you can do it. So thank you students. Next class I will be doing some reactions involving potassium dichromate, constant sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid.